Ever wonder why Earth's temperature seems to be on an unstoppable rise? The answer lies in a phenomenon we call the greenhouse effect. It's like nature's cozy blanket, wrapping the Earth in just the right amount of warmth for life to flourish. Picture Earth as a house with a glass roof. The sunlight streams through, warming the interior. However, not all of this warmth escapes back into space. Some of it is trapped by the glass, keeping our house, our Earth, comfortably warm. That's the greenhouse effect for you. But just as too many blankets on a summer night can make you uncomfortably hot, an overzealous greenhouse effect can lead to an overly warm Earth. This is where human activities come into play. Our rampant use of fossil fuels, deforestation, and industrial processes have increased the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Imagine it as adding more and more layers to our glass roof. More layers mean more heat gets trapped. The result? Our planet gets warmer. This is known as global warming. Now, you might be thinking, a bit of extra warmth doesn't sound too bad, especially if you're in one of Earth's chillier corners. But remember, Earth's climate is a complex, interconnected system. A shift in one part can cause a ripple effect through the rest. So, as we add more greenhouse gases to our atmosphere, we're not just dialing up Earth's thermostat. We're tinkering with the delicate balance that nature has maintained for millions of years. As the Earth warms, we begin to see more and more consequences, some of which hit closer to home than you might think. So how does this warming world affect us humans? Let's dive into that. The greenhouse effect, while a natural and necessary part of our Earth's climate system, has been dramatically amplified by human activity. This amplified effect has direct and indirect impacts on our lives, our health, and the resources we depend on. Think about those scorching summer days where the heat seems unbearable. As the Earth warms, these extreme heat events become more frequent and intense. This can lead to serious health issues like heat strokes, which can be life-threatening. But the health impacts don't stop there. Warmer temperatures also exacerbate air pollution, leading to an increase in respiratory problems like asthma and bronchitis. Now consider our food. We rely on agriculture for our sustenance. But a warming world is making it harder to grow crops. Changes in temperature and precipitation patterns can lead to reduced crop yields and an overall decrease in the quality of the food we eat. This can lead to food shortages and increases in food prices, impacting not just our wallets, but also global food security. Then there's the threat to our coastal areas. As the Earth's temperature rises, so do sea levels. This is due to the melting of glaciers and ice sheets, as well as the expansion of seawater as it warms. Coastal communities around the world are already feeling the impacts of this sea level rise, with increased flooding and erosion threatening homes, infrastructure, and livelihoods. These impacts are far-reaching and interconnected, affecting every aspect of our lives, from the air we breathe to the food we eat and the places we call home. This is not just about polar bears and melting ice caps. It's about us, our health, our communities, our future. As daunting as these impacts may seem, they don't have to be our future. What does the future hold if we continue on this path? Imagine a world where the days are unbearably hot and the nights are unusually cold. This is a world where greenhouse gas emissions have continued to rise unchecked, and the impacts are more severe than ever. The Earth's thermostat is malfunctioning, and we are the ones to blame. In this world, the seasons as we know them have changed dramatically. Summers are scorching, winters biting. The once predictable weather patterns are now erratic, leading to more frequent and severe weather events. We're talking superstorms, heat waves, floods, and even hurricanes in places you'd least expect. It's not just the weather that's changing. Our planet's biodiversity is taking a hit too. The habitats that once nurtured a myriad of species are transforming, leading to a tragic loss of biodiversity. Imagine a world where the only place to see polar bears, elephants, or tigers is in a history book. A world where the songs of certain birds will never again echo in the wild. This is the world we're heading towards if we don't take action. The increased temperatures and changing weather patterns also mean increased desertification. Fertile lands that once produced abundant crops are turning into barren wastelands. Food shortages are becoming the norm, and water, that life-giving elixir, is becoming increasingly scarce. This is a world where the consequences of our actions are starkly apparent. A world that is a far cry from the one we know and love. But it's important to remember that this is a world of our own making. It's a result of our actions, our choices, and our behavior. The future may look bleak, but it's not set in stone. We have the power to change it. Yes, we do. Because just as we have the power to create this dystopian future, we also have the power to prevent it. We have the power to make different choices, to take different actions, and to shape a different future. A future where the Earth's thermostat works just fine, where biodiversity thrives, and where desertification is a word relegated to the past. A future that's in our hands. So what can we do to combat this greenhouse effect? Well, it's not a battle we can win overnight, but with consistent and concerted efforts, we can certainly turn the tide. The journey towards a greener Earth starts with each one of us. One of the most effective ways to reduce our carbon footprint is to embrace the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. These aren't just catchy phrases, but powerful tools that can significantly decrease the amount of waste we generate. By reducing our consumption, reusing items in creative ways, and recycling wherever possible, we can help minimize the demand for new products, thereby decreasing the amount of energy used and greenhouse gases emitted in their production. But individual actions, while important, are not enough. We have to think bigger, and that's where renewable energy comes in. Swapping our reliance on fossil fuels for cleaner, renewable sources like wind, solar, and hydropower is crucial. These sources provide us with energy that doesn't run out and doesn't harm our planet. Now let's talk about the role of policies. Governments worldwide have a significant part to play in controlling greenhouse gas emissions. Implementing policies that encourage sustainable practices, such as incentivizing renewable energy use, setting emission reduction targets, and enforcing stricter regulations on industries, can go a long way toward mitigating the greenhouse effect. But remember, a greener Earth isn't just about what we can do today. It's about the legacy we leave for future generations. It's about teaching our children the importance of respecting and protecting our planet, so they can pass on that wisdom to their children, and so on. Each step we take, no matter how small, brings us closer to a healthier, more sustainable planet. It's not just about saving the Earth. It's about preserving our home for ourselves and for those who come after us. We all have a part to play in saving our planet. The time for action is now. We are standing at the precipice of a world that's changing faster than we can comprehend. But there is hope. Each one of us has a role to play, and it starts with taking immediate action. You might be thinking, what can I, as one person, do to make a difference? The answer is simple: a lot. Small, consistent changes in our daily lives can lead to significant impacts. It's about being conscious of our actions and their effects on the environment. Consider making simple lifestyle changes. Start by reducing, reusing, and recycling. Opt for public transportation, biking, or walking instead of driving whenever possible. Conserve water and energy at home. Choose products with less packaging and buy in bulk to reduce waste. Support local farmers and eat a plant-based diet to reduce your carbon footprint. But the change doesn't stop at your doorstep. It's about creating a ripple effect. Encourage your friends, family, and community to make these changes too. Share this knowledge and the urgency of the situation. Together we can create a wave of change that can't be ignored. And that wave can reach all the way to the halls of power. Use your voice to pressure your representatives for stronger climate policies. Demand that they make the environment a priority. They are there to represent us after all. Let them know that you care about the future of our planet, and you expect them to as well. Remember, change doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey, and it's one we need to embark on together. Every step we take, no matter how small, brings us closer to a greener, more sustainable world. We have the power to shape the future of our planet. It's a daunting task, but it's not impossible. It begins with understanding, leads to action, and ends with change. Remember, every little action counts. Together we can turn the tide and ensure a livable planet for future generations.